Welcome to all. Today we are going to see about the classification of optical fibers, fiber materials and fiber fabrication techniques. First is classification of optical fibers. It is classified in two categories based upon the number of modes it supports and the refractive index profile. So depending upon the number of modes, it is classified as single mode fiber and multi-mode fiber. Depending on refractive index, it is classified as step index optical fiber and gradient index optical fiber. So depending upon the number of modes it supports, see the diagram. In here it is a single mode step index fiber. So only one mode is propagating inside the fiber. That's why it is called monomode or single mode step index fiber. See in here more than one mode. There is actually two modes is propagating inside the fiber. It is called multi-mode fiber. Depending upon the refractive index, it is classified as step index and gradient index fiber. See, this is a core. In here, the refractive index is same. This is their cladding region. It has a different refractive index. The refractive index is varying in a stepwise manner. That is why it is called step index optical fiber. So this is an example for multi-mode step index fiber. So more than one mode is propagating. That's why it's called multi-mode step index fiber. See in here, the refractive index of core, refractive index of cladding. It is varying in a stepwise manner, but it supports only single mode. That's why it is called single mode step index fiber. Then graded index fiber. See, the refractive index in the core region is varying at each and every part of the core. That is why it is called graded index fiber. It supports multiple modes. It is multi-mode graded index fiber. Next, what are the fiber materials? So while choosing the fiber material, certain criteria has to be satisfied. That material must be able to be make thin long fibers. It should be transparent to a particular wavelength in order to guide the light. It should be physically compatible that have different refractive index for core and cladding. So it is classified as glass fiber, active glass fiber and plastic optical fiber. So the first is glass fiber. These are the various combinations of core and cladding. So these materials, why it is preferred, or the advantage of glass fiber is it is resistive to deformation even at 1000 degrees Celsius. It is high resistant to thermal shock. It has low thermal expansion. It is chemically durable. It is highly transparent to visible and infrared light. Disadvantages is that the melting temperature is very high. Next is active glass fiber. So the properties of this active glass fiber allow to perform amplification, attenuation, phase retardation. The materials that is used as active glass fiber are erbium, neodymium. Plastic optical fibers, if we take this, it is tough, durable, it is high bandwidth and more attenuation is there. The example of it is in the core polymethyl methacrylate is used or perfluorinated polymer is used. Then fiber fabrication techniques. These are some of the fiber fabrication techniques. Outside vapor phase oxidation, vapor phase axial deposition, modified chemical vapor deposition, plasma activated chemical vapor deposition, photonic crystal fiber fabrication. So this is a diagram of outside vapor phase oxidation. So see the diagram. This is a burner. This is a input reactance provider. So a soot is formed with the help of this burner and it is deposited here. So this is the bait rod. The bait rod, the soot adheres to the bait rod to form a preform. What is preform? Before forming a glass fiber, initially a preform will be formed. So this mandrel can be removed in order to extract the porous tube. Then it is vitrified to form a clear preform. This preform then is mounted on a fiber drawing apparatus to form the fiber. So this is a fiber drawing apparatus. So this is a preform. This is a drawing furnace. It is a circular heating furnace called the drawing furnace. The preform at the end of the preform is heated to form a thin filament. Then the thickness of the fiber is controlled by the turning speed of the take-up drum. Next, vapor phase axial deposition. See in here, silicon dioxide particles from the torches are deposited on the end phase of silica tube. The Preform is grown in the axial direction. By moving this rod upward, preform is grown. The rod is also rotated in a cylindrical symmetry for particle deposition. The preform moves up and it is transformed to solid rod by a ring heater. Then it is fed to the drawing furnace in order to get the fiber. This is modified chemical vapor deposition. See, the reactants are flowing here, soot is formed, then it is deposited along the tube. So when sufficient thickness is reached, this tube, the input is shut off and the tube is taken and is fed to the drawing furnace to form the fiber. Plasma activated chemical vapor deposition is another one technique. So a plasma is here, the reactants is heated, a chemical reaction takes place with the help of this plasma and glass material gets deposited in the tube wall. Soot is not formed and sintering is not required. Next, after reaching required thickness, the tube is collapsed. After reaching the required glass thickness, the tube is collapsed to form a preform. This preform is fed to the drawing furnace to form fiber. Thank you.